We have returned to the black and gold. NXT has gone through another change. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob. It's a big episode for the NXT brand because NXT 2.0 is a thing of the past and we're into a new era. And we're going to kick it off with a man who recently rejoined the NXT roster, Dexter Lumis, who made his return to NXT a couple of weeks ago. He's going to start off tonight in action, flanked by his wife, Indy Hartwell. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob. I hope you guys are ready for this one as well as excited for the new era of NXT, the return of the black and gold. If you are, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more wrestling content here on the channel, as well as if you're interested in buying some Rogue Energy. You can use the referral link down below in the description of my video and use code Mr. Rob to receive 10% off your purchase. But Dexter Lumis is back in action for the first time in over a year, and he's going to go up against Javi Bernal, the big body Javi, to kick off this new era of NXT. We are underway, and Javi looks like he wants nothing to do with Dexter Lumis out of the gate, tried to run away from him. I don't blame him because Lumis is a very scary individual. And as Javi in the corner drives him head first. We saw Lumis return to the scene just a couple of weeks ago, came to the aid of his wife, Indy Hartwell, who was unsuccessful in a match against Mandy Rose. Also was distracted a couple of weeks before that in a Women's Championship match thanks to Duke Hudson, who we've seen in the past has had some sort of feelings for Indy Hartwell. Hartwell turned him down, and ever since that he's kind of done a very good job of distracting Indy, costing her matches. But it wasn't until 2 weeks ago that the lights went out, and there standing when they came on was Dexter Lumis. First thing he did was attack Duke Hudson. So those two seem to be on a collision course, but Dexter Lumis would love to get back here with the win here tonight. He's been all over Javi here in the early going as he's choking him out there in the corner. He's going to try to roll to the outside, but not going to be able to get away from Lumis, who follows him directly out there. Big shot across the back of the spine. That is, actually a good block there by Javi. Shot to the midsection, getting a little bit of offense here. Drives him into the barricade, but Lumis actually just bounces off, shakes it off, and is going to send him all the way up over to the announce table and get back in the ring. So Lumis very dominant here in this matchup as Javier gets back to his feet. And, well, you see Lumis in the corner doing that. I don't think he wants any sort of part of him. He's using the count. Javi doesn't seem like he's in any hurry to get back in the ring. He's going to gingerly make it up. Actually hops off there. Saw Lumis getting close. The ref is up to a count of 8, so he has to get back in the ring, and Lumis actually tries to meet him there. Actually, maybe overextended himself a little bit. Nice combination of strikes there. Definitely has Dexter Lumis a little wobbly on his feet. And this could be the opening that Javier needs. Would love to spoil the homecoming of Dexter Lumis here tonight. As he gets him back to his feet, gonna throw him against the ropes. No, actually connects with a nice neck breaker. Good bit of offense here by Javi, who's actually going to go for the first pinfall of this contest. Gets only a 1 count, though, before Lumis quickly kicks out, and he's already back to his feet. And Javi's trying to get the heck out of there, or gets tripped up there from behind. And now Lumis locking in the submission. The clutch is applied from behind. Javier has nowhere to go, trying to get a hold of the ropes. Can't seem to grab it. And is just going to go to sleep. Dexter Lumis, in emphatic fashion, is your winner here tonight. Welcome back to NXT. As he made quick work of his opponent here tonight. And it's only a matter of time before we see Lumis cross paths with Duke Hudson. If I'm Duke, I don't want anything to do with this man. That is a scary sight to see. A big win for Dexter tonight. Indy Hartwell actually cutting a promo here and turn it down to the ring. Let's get our microphones ready. Oh, here she is. We got her live now. Duke Hudson, you've been making my life hell for the past couple of weeks. Well, I'd like for you to reintroduce yourself to my husband, Dexter Lumis. And you're going to get very much accompanied with him because next week, Duke, you will have to step in between these ropes as you will go one-on-one against Dexter Lumis live here on NXT. So it is made official. Dexter Lumis will face Duke Hudson next week. But let's get through this week's action. We've got a big show in store for the new era. Next up, we'll see Elektra Lopez go up against Alba Fire. And then we're going to see the return, another return. Zoe Stark is back in action, back from her injury. She takes on Lash Legend one-on-one. Welcome back, Zoe. See how that knee holds up. Tyler Bate, the new number 1 contender to the NXT Championship, will take on Ridge Holland. In our main event, Carmelo Hayes will team with Trick Williams to take on Noam Dar and the North American Champion, Grayson Waller. Alba Fire picks up the win over Elektra Lopez. Zoe Stark gets a win in her return over Lash Legend. Tyler Bate continues his momentum en route to an NXT title opportunities. He beats Ridge Holland. And now it's time for our tag team main event. Well, as him gets ready to make his way to the ring, here he is, Carmelo Hayes, flanked by Trick Williams. They will be in tag team action as Carmelo Hayes, the main event player here on NXT, a man I would definitely look out for here in this black and gold era. Carmelo Hayes has been a standout to NXT so far, but there's been one man that's just been a thorn in his side recently, and that's the North American Champion, Grayson Waller. Carmelo Hayes says that when he shoots, he don't miss, but he did have one missed shots at Clash of Champions where he lost the championship unification bout to Grayson Waller. But Hayes, with another opportunity here tonight, gets to team up with his friend Trick Williams, his partner in crime. As you don't get to see Trick really in the ring very often, so a little bit of a surprise here tonight. So you get ready to take on a very formidable team, though. Two men who kind of formed some sort of bond in recent time. And here comes the first one. The North American Champion, the Grayson Waller effect, is full here in Orlando, Florida. There he is.
And from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 206 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Grayson Waller.
Whether you like him or not, Grayson Waller is indeed the North American Champion, the undisputed North American Champion, after he unified that championship with the European title at Clash of Champions. But he did knock off Carmelo Hayes, so Waller is riding a lot of a high right now, and that's only added to his ego. But he gets the team tonight with a man who's kind of been at his side a recent time. They formed a little bit of an alliance. That is the Scottish Supernova, Noam Dar.
And from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 178 pounds, Noam Dar.
Well, Noam Dar, a former European champion in his own right, and it's kind of an enemy of my enemy is my friend type of deal. Is Noam Dar does not have any love lost for Carmelo Hayes, and well, if Grayson Waller doesn't either, why not just team up to try to take out your competition? That's exactly what these two men have recently done in recent weeks, as now Noam Dar has another opportunity to go at Grayson Waller. But it's time for our main event tag team action. Carmelo Hayes will start off for his team, and it'll be Grayson Waller starting off for his. The two men who did battle at Clash of Champions will kick off our main event here tonight of the first episode of NXT back in the black and gold. It's Carmelo Hayes with the early advantage. There's a boot right to the face of the North American Champion. These two individuals had a great match at Clash of Champions. Waller walked in the North American Champion. Carmelo Hayes walked in the European Champion. And in a championship unification bout, it was Grayson Waller who was victorious on that night. As there he goes flying over the top rope early. And Noam Dar with a couple of cheap shots. As Trick Williams will quickly make his way around the ring, try to help out his buddy. But he gets met with a nice roundhouse kick right there to the face. A heel kick by Grayson Waller. In the Clash of Champions, Waller was able to walk out the undisputed unified North American Champion, a title that Carmelo Hayes once held very proudly here in NXT earlier this year. And he would have loved an opportunity to win that title back. Was unsuccessful, but a win here tonight would definitely earn him a potential rematch for that championship, as Waller actually tries to get a cheap shot there on Trick, and it costs him as Lumis fires back with a shot and a clothesline from behind by Carmelo Hayes. They'll continue to give him the upper hand. As Hayes now has Waller down in the corner. He's going to try to drag him over there and isolate the North American champion. But no, Waller able to fight out. Back elbow creates him a little bit of space. And he's going to send Hayes into the far corner and connect a nice chop across the chest. As Grayson Waller has been very impressive here in NXT. He's very much the loudmouth Aussie. Doesn't have a lot of fans here, but I don't think Waller seems to care. He cares about one man, and that's himself. And now that he has gold around his waist, it just adds fuel to his big mouth. He's actually going to go for a cover here on Carmelo. Gets a 1 before Hayes is able to kick out. He's been a pretty decent champion so far. Won the title from Cameron Grimes and waits his next challenger. He's right now did a very good job isolating Hayes in the corner, but Hayes actually able to fight out. Gets out, but a cheap shot from behind. Noam Dar slows down any momentum that Hayes is able to build up as actually they collide center of the ring. Noam Dar paying dividends early in this matchup, even when he's not the legal superstar. As Hayes again tries to fight out, and again Noam Dar with a cheap shot from behind. A thrust kick backs Hayes up against the ropes, who gets hung up there on that top turnbuckle, on the top rope, excuse me. Now Waller into the cover here. Gets 1, gets 2, a kick out by Hayes. And now desperately needs to make a tag to Trick, and it looks like he's actually going to get there. About to make the tag over, but wait a second. Trick Williams jumps off the apron. What's this all about? Hayes been left by himself. He's getting walked out on by Trick, who's just going to watch it happen now. And now Hayes locked in a submission from behind. You can see Trick Williams at ringside. He's just put on the sunglasses. He has no interest in helping Carmelo Hayes. He's just going to leave his tag team partner high and dry. Hayes in a very struggle submission here. A lot of damage just done to the legs of Carmelo, who's been in this match the entire time. He's fought cheap shots from Noam Dar. He's gone up against Grayson Waller. And now he's basically fighting a handicap match as Trick just watches on at ringside. I don't know what this is all about. Hayes just at the mercy. It's like a pig being led to the slaughter. He's got nothing he can do here in a handicap situation. And there's a huge back elbow by Noam Dar right on the button. Hayes, with almost no energy left in this contest, gets pinned. But the story is, Trick Williams just abandoned Carmelo Hayes. As actually now Waller gets to celebrate. Him and Noam Dar are victorious. And Trick Williams has head up the ramp. He's left Carmelo Hayes here. And these two don't seem like they're done. What the heck is going on here? Dar's going to go under the ring. There's never anything good there. A steel chair being thrown into Waller, who doesn't seem like he's done. He wants to send a message to Carmelo Hayes. He's got nobody to help him. But wait, no way. You got to be kidding me. Johnny Gargano is back. Johnny Gargano is here. The heart and soul of NXT is back in the building, and he has his sights set on one man, and he's standing in the ring. Grayson Waller. Gargano makes a beeline to the ring and a discus clothesline. Johnny Gargano is back in NXT, and he's going right for the man that took him out a year ago. Grayson Waller snuck attack Gargano from behind, but Gargano is back. We haven't seen him in almost a year. He's taking the jacket off now because he has one goal in mind, and that's attack Grayson Waller. Senton off the apron, now an elbow to drop, but this one is spilled to the outside. With vengeance on his mind, Johnny Gargano sends Grayson Waller into the steel stairs, and now he's going to go underneath the ring. And with a kendo stick, down is Waller, and Gargano just unloads on the lower body of Grayson Waller, now in between the eyes. But Waller able to fight back here. He's not going to go down easy. Did just go through a match, though. He sends Gargano across the ring. And now with a hold of Johnny Gargano is going to send him up against the steps. As Gargano now on the defense. Again, Waller this time throws him into the barricade. Johnny's able to bounce off. And from behind, a DDT, or actually a knee to the back of the neck. And now Johnny Gargano is down. Grayson Waller taking full effect, but Gargano kicks back up to his feet. He's not going to go down that easy. A couple of shots backs up Waller, and this time Waller's thrown up against the barricade. Somebody needs to come out and separate these two men. Another discus clothesline, and Johnny Gargano continues to apply the pressure. Johnny Gargano, arguably the biggest star here in NXT, with a Gargano escape on the outside. Grayson Waller, nothing he can do here, at the mercy of Johnny Gargano, who just wants to punish Grayson Waller, who's actually going to try to squeak his way out of this, as these two just continue to fight on the outside. Waller now from behind is going to give a little bit of space here. This is just, he's almost fighting for his life. Johnny Gargano, former NXT champion, North American champion, tag champion, triple crown winner in NXT, the most decorated superstar in our brand's history. As Grayson Waller fires back with a couple of strikes, drops him again, and now just hammers away on the outside, showing why he is the North American champion. But go a big kick, that's going to send down Waller. And now Gargano back to his feet, has a hold of him, and bounces him right off of the ring post. Doink off the head goes Waller. And Gargano continues to fire back with some strikes. Oh, but Waller intercepts. Tries to just create as much space as he can, trying to get Gargano as far away from as possible. But Johnny will not let up easy. Surprised there's no security guards coming out here to interrupt them. It almost seems like somebody wants Grayson Waller to get a little bit of revenge. As now Gargano up to the top rope. Maybe a little bit too far away. He's just going to go down to the apron with a running crossbody dive onto Grayson Waller. Johnny Gargano is back here in NXT. He is sending a statement. And he's not done. Going to go underneath the ring for good measure. Waller getting back to his feet, but I'm not sure he wants to turn around because there's a steel chair shot right in between the eyes. Johnny Gargano is back here in NXT. What a way to end the first episode of the Black and Gold brand. But the next up for this NXT is Halloween Havoc, where we now know Gunther will defend the NXT Championship against Tyler Bates. They put on a 5-star match in the past. That one is going to be absolutely sensational as we build to our next PLE for the brand. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think down below. Johnny Gargano is back. Make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more wrestling content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.